Perfect. Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of the Sask AAA Sask Show. I am your host, Jared Down. Today's guest is Reid Anderson of the Saskatoon Blazers. Reid, how's it going today?
I'm doing good, thanks. How are you?
Not too bad. You have a good Christmas?
Yeah, it was really good.
That's good. How you been keeping up with the break from hockey and the Christmas holidays?
Just mostly going to outdoor rinks and stuff, and then just working out lots and just hanging out with friends.
That's good. Trying to make the most of it.
Yeah.
We'll start off by just kind of going over your last 2 years and with the Bantam AA, and you were a point per game player as a D-man. Do you see yourself as more of a gifted D-man or offensive D-man?
Yeah, absolutely. I try to be much offensive as I can, but I like to play defense first, and then offense will come after.
Okay. What part of your offensive game would you say is the most strong in your game?
Well, I'd say on the power play, running the top's pretty good of mine. I like to take pride in that. And then I'm not much. I score some goals, but I'm more of a playmaker.
Okay. Who would you say your NHL comparison would be?
I try to play like Cale Makar as much as I can. Offensive, mobile defenseman. I like the way he plays without the puck and with the puck.
Fair enough. So last season, 51 points. Strong season. You played a lot of great talent. What do you got to say about that team?
Yeah, it was a really fun year. Great group of guys on our team. Great coaching staff. I had great teammates to help me get those points, and it was just a very fun year.
Mm-hmm. Going up with the contacts. You played 3 games last year. What was that like as an underager?
It was a really big jump. They're all very strong and faster, so it was a big jump for me. But I felt that I adapted pretty well.
So what made you decide the Blazers for this year's AAA season?
They're a very good organization. I just felt that I'd develop more contacts with Blazers would help me develop more, and hopefully I can get into Medicine Hat next year.
Yeah. How was your first season so far? You only got 4 games in before it was cut short. What were you seeing out there in the first few games?
It's a lot faster hockey than Bantam. I was really enjoying it, though. We have a great group of guys on our team. We got very good D, so it's good playing with the really good guys, and yeah, I like it.
Okay. So last year you go 11th overall to Medicine Hat. What was the draft experience like for you?
Yeah, it was really exciting for me and my family. Hearing my name called was pretty awesome. All the hard work finally paid off, and yeah, it was a great experience.
Now you get drafted to a team like Medicine Hat. They got a very experienced coach and Willie Desjardins. He's got 2 WHL championships. He's got a Calder Cup. He's got some NHL experience. What's it mean to have a team with that pedigree of a coach bring you on?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome knowing that he has a lot of knowledge. He'll be able to teach me lots when I get there, and yeah, I'm just super excited to get there, and yeah, it'll be great.
Being 5'8", that's what you're listed on Elite Prospects. Going into next season with the WHL camp, do you feel maybe your size, some people might look at you as something that would hinder your game, or can you use that as a strength?
I like to use it as a strength, like my speed. I'm a pretty good skater, so I'm pretty mobile. So like size doesn't affect me too much. But yeah, I want to grow obviously, but I guess we'll just see what happens.
Well, there's a lot of strong NHL D-men. Torrey Krug, he's not a big guy, and he's got a big paycheck this off season, so size isn't always a big issue amongst D-men.
Yeah, for sure.
Who would you say some of your influences are growing up?
Well, just people like older brothers that have been around. Like for example, Riley Height's brother Tyler Height. Skating with him, I've looked up to him since I was really young. So I really look up to him. He's a defenseman, and yeah, he's one of them.
Okay. Sorry, I lost where I was going with that. What would you say would be the most underrated part of your game that some might not know about?
I would say my D zone. I don't like to get scored on lots. I try to keep my plus minus as high as possible, and yeah, I'm good in the D zone.
Kind of how would you say your first pass is out of the D zone?
I
That's
think
another.
my pass
Go
is
ahead.
really.
Sorry.
I think my first pass is really good. Yeah.
That's one aspect amongst D-men that teams are starting to look for more and more. And if you say you're offensive D-man, that first pass is going to be big. And for scouts looking your way, you look at the Team Canada this year. They're not the biggest, a lot of them, but they're quick, offensive. They can move that puck quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are you looking forward to about Medicine Hat Camp next year?
Just playing with the older guys, very skilled players. I look forward to playing with Cole Sillinger. He's a very skilled player, and yeah, just getting to see what the WHL is like because I didn't get to go to the camp this year, and yeah, hopefully it'll be a really good experience.
That's fair too. This year would be a good growing year for you to get into camp as a 15-year-old just to take it all in. But unfortunately, COVID, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. How has that affected you mentally?
Well, I try to stay as positive as I can. I've just been skating lots, and then we got shut down here, so I've just been going to the outdoor rinks and then just to the gyms and just trying to keep myself in shape and trying to stay mentally positive too.
Okay. We'll be back after this quick break. Welcome back, everyone, to the Sask AAA Hockey Show. I'm Jared Down here with Reid Anderson of the Saskatoon Blazers. Reid's a defenseman with the Blazers in his first season, transitioning well, smaller D-man, but moves the puck well and offensively gifted. For Tiger fans watching, what is something that you want to say that you can bring to the table for them next year?
I'd like to bring my offensive skills, put up as many points as I can for the team, and just do what's best for the team. I can play in any situation and just do as much as I can for the team.
Do you think as a 16-year-old that you have the current tools that can possibly make a case to crack the squad next year?
Yeah, I'm skilled. I got to get stronger and bigger so I can play up with those guys because they're all very strong and fast. And then I just got to keep working hard, and yeah, hopefully I can make the team.
What are some of the things that you do that can help? What are some of the things that you do to work on those kind of skills?
Just shooting pucks in my garage every day, stick handling, and working on with my skills coach, my skating, and doing just as much as I can just to keep going and getting better.
How has your current skills coach with the Blazers helped you with your development this season?
Just help me in every situation. My shot's gotten better, my stick handling, my skating, and also my hockey IQ has improved a lot too.
Some of your teammates this year, who have you would say is been the most exciting to play with?
We have a lot of good players on our team. The most exciting, I would say, would be Boston Buckberger, defenseman. He's very skilled, and I'm sure he's going to play college D1 when he's older. So he's awesome to play with, and he really shows how hard he works on and off the ice, and it shows in games.
What would you say, what part of his game do you try to implement in yours?
Just like some D-zone moves to avoid guys from getting hit. He's got a great first pass, and just the way he moves and he's shifty is really good.
Has he been someone that you've had a chance to been paired up with so far this season?
No, I haven't got to play with him at all this year, but if the season goes on, hopefully I can play with him.
Going forward, if we do get back into hockey, which many of us hope we do, what do you think the outlook for the Blazers are this year?
I think we're a very good team. I think we got a chance at the championship, and we just got to keep working hard, getting better every day, and hopefully we get back going and can really show who we are.
I know often the Blazers can be overlooked for a team like the Contacts in Saskatoon, who has a strong history. What do you got to say to people who don't watch the Blazers hockey as much?
I think we're a very experienced team. We're fast. We can move the puck well. We're all we're good leaders on and off the ice, and we're a very good team.
Okay. So you mentioned, one last thing before we go. You mentioned Boston. You said that he's possibly a D1 college player one day. Is that something that you've ever thought about before being drafted?
Not really. I think I was more leading to the WHL, and it was more WHL.
That's fair. And you're going to a great city, Medicine Hat, a good coach, and I wish you all the best. Hopefully we get the season going here and you guys can make a strong run, and best of luck in camp next year.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Alrighty, thank you. Take care.
Yeah, you too.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the second part of the Sask AAA Hockey Show. I'm your host, Jared Down. Our next guest is forward for the Saskatoon Blazers, Spencer Bell. Hey, Spencer, how's it going today?
Good, and you?
Not too bad. You have a good Christmas?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Good for what it could have been with COVID and stuff, but I enjoyed it.
You're making the most out of the time away from the rink. What have you been doing to stay in shape?
Just been working out lots, trying to stay as active as I can.
You've been able to get on the ice at all?
Yeah, I skated with Trash for a little bit, and then Richie had a couple skates that I went to too.
That's all right. So I guess we're going to start here with we'll look back at your season with Warman, your last year at AA there. You 43 points in 32 games. How was that for your first year in midget hockey?
It was good. I definitely didn't expect to do that while coming in my first year midget AA, but it happened, and it felt super good and got me to AAA and where I am now.
Yeah, how was going to Swift Current last season? You showed no signs of the slow transition. You were a point per game player. You had 41 points, 41 games, 17 goals, 24 assists. Talk to me about last season a little bit.
No, it was good. I, again, just came in there expecting to kind of play a little third line, fourth line role as a first year and see where next year brought me. But I don't know. Evs was a good coach, and he really had lots of faith in me, and it really improved me as a person and player. So I had a good season.
Were there any players in particular that helped with the transition?
A couple of our captains were pretty good. And just I built it with Logan Linklater, so he already had a year in the league, and it was good to build with him because he already had experience and stuff.
Okay. And then this year you decided to go to the Blazers. Warman had a team, you could have went home. Not that it's that far away, but what was that decision? What made you decide the Blazers?
I don't know. I just didn't know how coming into a new program as a third year would be. And I don't know, I just felt Blazers would really give me a better exposure with all the players they had and allow me to better myself because I have better players to practice against and improve myself.
Fair enough. Any players in particular that helped sold you on coming to Saskatoon?
Well, I knew Holden Dole and Nolan Flaman for forwards because they're both top end forwards. Flaman playing in the dub signed in the dub, and then Dole led the league in points last year. So I knew that going up against them would really be a challenge and allow me to improve myself.
Yeah. Who would you say are some of your biggest influences over the last couple seasons?
I probably have to say like Darren Evgen, the coach from Swift. He really just don't really influence, but he just allowed me to better myself, and he gave me really a lot of good confidence in the league as a first year and allowed me to play. And when I was doing good, he played me, so that really influenced to help me do better.
That's fair. So far this season, you 9 points to the Blazers. You're leading the team. How was the start of the season for you so far?
It's obviously been very good. I did not expect this again coming in here. It just keeps getting better and playing with my line mates, and we're all generating. It's been a fun start to the year.
Now, we ever get going here again, which hopefully we do, what do you think the rest of the season has in store for the Blazers?
I think we got a big ceiling here. We got so much talent. I think that we can really, we can go far. I think we can really go. We can go super far. We got so much talent that I don't know. Our team could be really good.
Hey, I talked in the previous interview with Reid how the contacts sometimes overshadow the Blazers. For those in Saskatoon that don't get out to see the Blazers as much, what would you say the team brings that not a lot of people would know about?
We might not be the biggest team, but I think we play a pretty hard game. We got lots of guys that aren't scared or shy to go into corners and battle hard against bigger guys. I think that that's really kind of what sets us over the top, just besides our talent and skill.
Mm-hmm. So you are one of the newest, part of committing to one of the newest teams in the Alberta Junior Hockey League, Blackfalds. What brought you to that decision?
I just think that the AJ offers a lot of exposure for colleges, and Blackfalds, I think, really has good education options. And that's really just the two main things I was looking for. And Blackfalds, I think, had the best chances for me.
New team, new arena.
Yeah.
You think that's going to help with maybe ice time, getting there early as essential expansion team?
Yeah, I hope so. Obviously, it depends how young I play. I'm gonna obviously go out there and prove myself and try and get on a top line and in the AJ and play there and play good.
For any future Bulldogs fans possibly watching, what would you want to tell them that you'll be bringing forward next year?
I'm a pretty hard worker. I like to play physical, and I'm a pretty smart player, and I move the puck pretty good.
What would you say one of your more underrated assets are?
Probably my shot, I'd say. I got a pretty accurate shot when I get a hold of it. It's pretty lethal.
Who would you say some of your NHL comparisons would be, and some guys that you've looked up to growing up?
I really looked up to Steven Stamkos when I was younger. I like Tampa Bay, and I don't know, he's just a good guy with a good shot, and just that's really like what I liked was goal scorers back then.
Okay. would you say Stamkos is still a comparison, or do you maybe look to other players as your game has grown over the years?
Yeah, I think Stamkos is still one, but I've started to really like Panarin just because he seems like he's a quicker guy and he's just more like skilled with a puck, I think. And that's kind of what I like to model my game after.
Okay. Were there any other teams in consideration for where you go next year, possibly? I know you talk about how the Alberta Junior Hockey League offers a lot of exposure. Were there other teams in the league that you were in consideration for?
Not as much. I didn't really talk to any team as much as I talked to Blackfalds. I talked to Olds a little bit, but I just thought that Blackfalds was my best option.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned college. Is that an end game plan for you if it can?
Yeah, no, it definitely is. That's where I want to be for at least next year, and we'll or not next year, but in the future, and then see where that brings me from there. But right now, that's my goal is to get there.
What aspect of college hockey makes it so appealing to you? I know a lot of guys want nothing to do with it. They either just, if they can, go the dub route, and worst case scenario, end up playing CIS. But what about the U.S. college that makes it appealing?
I don't know. I just like that you can still take classes while you're playing, and then you're not just kind of left after hockey with having to take all your schooling, and you can kind of get some of it done throughout your hockey while you're still playing, which is nice.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of things with college hockey, it isn't end game for a lot of players. Your game could still grow to the point where you could sign as an undrafted free agent too, right? Is that something that's in the back of your head?
Yeah, always in the back of your head. I think it is for every player. But yeah, no, that's definitely in the back of your head.
Is the East Coast the league that you could see yourself playing in down the road?
Yeah, no, I mean that's definitely something I could see if other things don't work out. And I don't think it's a bad league by any means, so wouldn't be mad or anything if I end up there.
I know a lot of players struggle with post junior and post college. If they don't want to go down there, it tends to be, you hear the stories, not the best market sometimes, and it's certainly gotten better over the years. But it's a good starting point if you still love the game and want to try and go places.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Going back to last season, just with Swift Current there in the playoffs, what was that like for your first taste AAA playoff hockey?
Well, I didn't get to play a game. I was injured, so I didn't get to play a game. So it was pretty tough to not be able to play.
That's my bad there. Poor research.
That's okay. That's okay.
So definitely leaves you a little bit of a taste in your mouth this season. Hopefully you guys can get back there.
Yeah, no, I definitely want. If playoffs happen, they better. So that's what I want to see is playoffs.
So if the season happens to not be a go from here on out, what are your plans going forward in preparation for next year?
I'll just keep skating with some instructor, and I'll keep working out as much as I can. And those will be my two things to keep myself busy and improve myself.
Okay. Or through your last couple of seasons, what players have that you might not play with anymore, but you've stayed close with just through the years?
One would probably be Chase Bowles. Playing with him in my first year midget, both of us really improved that year, and I think that he's someone that I stayed close with.
Are there any particular players that you've played with over the years that you would consider underrated that not a lot of people know about?
That's a tough one. Underrated. I don't know. I can't really think of anyone.
Is there anyone that, let's say on the Blazers, that people should pay more attention to that maybe doesn't get enough credit?
Ooh. That's hard to say. Like, I don't know. I just like what do you like that doesn't get enough credit from like leagues of like higher leagues.
Just, yeah, from higher leagues. Just often those are your gritty guys that, you know, they bring a lot more to the game than people think. And
Yeah.
Sorry, I kind of put you on the spot on this one.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's a tough one. I don't know, maybe Brandon Von Hagen from Swift Current last year. He was always a hard worker and he played so hard all the time. I don't know, I just don't think he really gets the notice that he should. Especially with he actually got quite a few points in Swift too. So I think he's a good, somewhat all around player that doesn't really get the notice that he should.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, I wish you the best, and hopefully things resume and you can get back on the ice and get going. Have a strong push this season. And if you don't, best of luck in Blackfalds next season, and take care.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you.